Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Thursday. I am forecaster Liam Kenny, and thank you so much for taking time out of your evening to join me here on YouTube where we talk about yet another winter storm. It wasn't too long ago when we were just talking about Winter Storm Izzy, and that was the storm that brought extremely heavy snow to portions of the mountains of North Carolina and all the way up the eastern seaboard. And here we go. This is Winter Storm Jasper. It recently got named today by the National Weather Service, and this is probably going to be one of the biggest snowstorms we have seen in a while. It's not necessarily going to bring us snow here in our local area. However, it could bring us quite a bit of ice, and by the way the models are looking right now, it wasn't showing that we were going to get any snow, but now the models are showing that the area low pressure might be just far enough off the coastline that we may get a little bit of snow just right before the system ends. I'll tell you why coming up in just a couple of minutes. So, what exactly is this system and how is it going to be impacting us as we head over the next 24 to 36 hours? So, originally there was an area of low pressure that was up here in Canada, and it did have this massive cold front that is now way over the Atlantic Ocean. But now that low pressure system has dissipated over Nova Scotia, and now we have a new area of low pressure that is right over the Carolinas, and that is strengthening the system, going from a cold front over to a stationary front right across the Carolinas, and then a new cold front has formed on the bottom side of this pressure system. And then along with that, an Area 5 pressure to our north and west is drawing in a lot of cold air from the Northeast and also Canada, and that is why we are having this chance for winter precipitation. If it was just this cold front, it would just be rain, but considering all the cold air is coming out from Canada, that is what is making us get the chance for wintry precipitation. Now, before we go ahead and get into our area, I would like to let you all know that anywhere from New York down through Middletown, all the way into places like Virginia, we do have a winter weather advisory indicating we could see some wintry precipitation in and around the Mid-Atlantic, whether it be rain, snow, freezing rain, or sleet. We do have a chance for some winter precipitation anywhere you see in that winter weather advisory. Now, heading back down to our south, I was looking at some of the different graphics from Fox Weather, and I found this pretty interesting. It has been 2,522 days since the last ice storm warning was issued by the National Weather Service in Wilmington, North Carolina. Look at that right here. This does include Myrtle Beach. This was back on, it looks like February 24th, back in 2015. It has been over 2,500 days since the National Weather Service office in Wilmington, North Carolina has issued an ice storm warning. Wow, that is just incredible. As you can tell, we have ice storm watches and warnings, winter weather advisories and warnings up all across the Carolinas, going all the way from Wilmington down through Myrtle Beach. That is where the ice storm warning is. That is probably going to be the danger zone, I guess you could say, within this particular system. We could be looking upwards of a quarter of an inch to a half an inch of ice anywhere in this purple area, once again going from Wilmington down through Myrtle Beach. Now, for places like Georgetown, Florence, and also Marion County, you are under a winter weather advisory, basically advising you that we could see winter weather possible anywhere in these areas. And then we also do have a winter storm warning in effect, and that does include places like Columbia up through Fayetteville, and also places, I think that is, can't see, it's covered by the news bar there, but just know that this location right here, I can't exactly pick it out because it's covered by this news bar right here, but you are also under a winter storm warning as well. As far as the timing goes, when the precipitation is really going to start, anywhere along the coastlines going from Georgetown up through Myrtle Beach, I'm probably going to be thinking that it'll probably be starting anywhere from 10 a.m. through the lunch hour into your noon hour, and then also anywhere in this, I would say, darker greenish area, but not too dark green. That's where probably anywhere from 6 a.m. through 10 a.m. And then anywhere from Marion upwards to Bennettsville, Darlington, Dillon, Lumberburg, and also Laurinburg. That's probably going to be anywhere from 2 a.m. tomorrow morning upwards into 6 a.m. tomorrow morning as well. So a lot of you might be wondering, considering our temperatures are going to be well below freezing, why isn't everybody going to be getting snow? And it all has to do with the temperatures in the atmosphere. Even though we may be 32 degrees down where we are, you go about 5,000 to 10,000 feet up in the atmosphere, and you could be above freezing it. And considering the National Weather Service is predicting that most of us are going to be in that freezing rain state, that means that there's going to be a lot of warm air aloft in the atmosphere, and that will melt all the snow that is falling into rain. And then as soon as it gets right down below the surface, we do have a very small pocket of cold air that it'll go into right before it hits the surface, and that will change it back over to a winter precipitation right before it hits the surface. And then also for sleet, that warm air loft is a little bit more smaller than you have with freezing rain, but obviously we have a much bigger part of cold air, and that will change it back over to sleet. And then obviously we have 32 degrees all the way throughout the whole entire atmosphere. That will lead to all snow, and then obviously if you have nothing but warm air, that will be all snow as well. I love the name Jasper, so I applaud the Weather Channel for the name and the names the Weather Channel has had. Stay safe as well. Thank you, Manny. And also, I would like to let you all know that I'm monitoring the live chat, and if any of you have any questions, comments, or concerns that you would like me to answer, please feel free to leave those down in the live chat. I'll be more than happy to answer those. Also, I would just like to say a huge thank you to everybody for getting me to 480 subscribers. I mean, I honestly didn't think that this early in my weather career I'd have close to 500 subscribers, but going with that subject, my new goal now is 550 by June 21st. So if any of you are brand new to the channel and you haven't already hit that subscribe button, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button. So as we head into your day-to-day, anywhere in this pink area, that is where we have the ice. From New Bern to Fayetteville, all the way down to the coastlines of Northeastern South Carolina, that is where the ice is going to be. From Raleigh up through Norfolk, almost upwards to our nation's capital, that is where the heaviest snow is going to be. And then anywhere in south central South Carolina, that is where the rain is going to be as well. So, as we take a look at this, here's tomorrow afternoon at 8 p.m. Once again, anywhere in this pink area, that's where we have the sleet, the freezing rain, and the ice. Once again, the rain will probably be off of our coastline, considering the area low pressure will probably be a little bit more far off the coast than we expected. And then anywhere from Greensville to Charlotte, Raleigh, Greensboro, all the way up into Norfolk, that's where all the snow is going to be as well. So let's go ahead and time this out for you, starting out on tonight afternoon. Widespread rain showers throughout the night, and then our temperatures really drop, and then we start to get that ice, and then look what happens into your afternoon tomorrow. So much ice in this area, and then possibly some of us may change over to snow as soon as it gets done and over with. But I think as far as Conway, Myrtle Beach, Myrtle's Inlet, and North Myrtle Beach goes, it's going to be a very close call. So once again, our temperatures will be dropping tomorrow morning. The ice starts to come around your noon hour or as you're heading to lunch. There's the snow coming in, widespread ice across the whole entire area, and then some of us might change over to snow right before the front gets all said and done with, okay? One more time. Widespread rain throughout tonight. The ice comes in tomorrow morning, as long with those temperatures dropping. The real ice storm comes sometime tomorrow afternoon around 1 or 2, and then the snow starts coming in. All widespread ice, and then possibly some ending snow right before all is said and done with as well. So let's take a look, considering how much ice we could be seeing, the potential ice and impacts. Anywhere we see that pink area from Loris, Conway, Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, up to Whiteville, upwards of a ½ inch of ice is possible. All roads, bridges, and overpasses will definitely be very slick. Please do not be on the roads if you don't have anything to do tomorrow. There's a reason why they cancel schools in my area. I don't have any school tomorrow. I have distance learning. That is the reason why I don't have any school, considering, anywhere in my area, we could see upwards of a ½ inch possible in that general area. From Georgetown to King Street, Johnsonville, Florence, Marion, Dillon, and Lumberton, anywhere from a 1/10 of an inch to a 1/4 of an inch of ice. Slick spots on bridges and overpasses, a couple of tree limbs down, and possibly some isolated power outages as well. And I forgot to mention that if you were in that purple area, anywhere from a 1/4 of an inch to a ½ inch, scattered power outages are likely tomorrow. It is very likely that you could lose power if you live in Carolina Forest, Conway, Myrtle Beach, upwards through Wilmington, Whiteville, Loris, North Myrtle Beach. You all could lose power tomorrow, considering we could see upwards of a 1/4 of an inch of ice to a ½ inch of ice is definitely possible. And the last but not least, anywhere from Darlington up to Bennettsville, Hartsville, and then also northward towards Lumberton, you're probably going to be anywhere from 0 to about a 1/10 of an inch of ice. And we could be seeing some light glaze, minimal to no travel impacts, and thankfully no power outages. But with that being said, if you live anywhere in this purple area, Conway, Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, Loris, Whiteville, once again, 1/4 inch of ice upwards to 1/2 inch of ice. All roads, bridges, and overpasses will be very, very slick. Please do not be on the 501 bridge or any other bridges in the area. They will be very, very slick. Numerous trees possible that could be falling tomorrow, and scattered power outages are definitely likely. So once again, here's a closer look. Conway, Carolina Forest, Sockasee, Surfside, North Myrtle Beach, Little River, up through Longs, Loris, Green Sea, Floyd's, Aner. You're all in that possibility for the heaviest ice possible. I think Murray's Only, you're probably going to be in that 1/10 of an inch of ice upwards of 1/4. Litchfield Beach, Polly's Island, Georgetown, where my grandparents live, Plantersville, Sedentary, Marion, Merles, Nicholas, you are all in that 1/10 of an inch of ice upwards of 1/4 of an inch as well. And then last but not least, as you head more inland towards the PD on the border belt, once again, Conway, Aner, and Green Sea, you're going to be in that 1/4 of an inch of ice upwards of 1/2 an inch. Mullins, Marion, Dillon, Lake City, Johnsonville, and also Sedentary, you're going to be in that 1/10 of an inch of ice upwards of 1/4 of an inch of ice. And last but not least, the snow and sleet part will probably most likely be Hartsville, Darlington, Bennettsville, Laurinburg, and Sherrod. You're probably going to be in this lightest area. But once again, I cannot stress this enough. If you live anywhere in these areas right here in Northeastern South Carolina, please, I'm begging you, do not be on the roads. It is not worth putting yourself at risk and others at risk. God forbid you get into an accident, you're putting others in risk as well. I just came back from Asheville last week, and even as I was coming into South Carolina, the roads were very, very slick. I am very happy that me and my dad did not get into an accident as we were heading home. So please, please, please do not be on the roads tomorrow. Even if you're in that glazing to pink, it's not worth the risk. Save it until Saturday or even Sunday, okay? Please, I am begging you, stay off the roads as you head into your day tomorrow. As far as the precipitation types we could be seeing, anywhere in this pink area along the Grand Strand and coastal areas, possibly rain to freezing rain upwards of about 0.15 to 0.35 inches of ice. No snow, unfortunately, except maybe the very end of this event, and possibly some sleet accumulation as well. Okay, give me just a second. I'm going to go ahead and remove that comment that we just got because it does look a little sketchy to me. I don't want that to, God forbid, be in an inappropriate link. There we go. Alrighty. And then as you head towards the PD on the border belt, Lumberton, Dillon, Marion, Darlington, and Florence, you're going to be in that freezing lane to some sleet and maybe a little bit of snow, about 1/10 of an inch or upwards of 1/4 of an inch of ice, possibly upward to 1/2 an inch of sleet, and maybe a little bit of snow. It is definitely possible. And then anywhere in this blue area that does include Laurinburg, Bennettsville, and also Hartsville, that is the best chance for snow, potentially a little bit of ice as well. And then, who could be seeing snow? I would probably guess, if you're not in this dusting area, kiss that snow goodbye. You are not going to be seeing snow. Lumberton, Laurinburg, Bennettsville, Hartsville, Darlington, Dillon, Florence, Marion, Whiteville, Loris, maybe Conway, and maybe Johnsonville. I would say those are the areas that could see snow. If you live in Carolina Forest, I'll say this. Hope for snow, expect no snow, okay? Trust me, I live in Carolina Forest too. I want snow just as bad as you do. But considering we are just on the line there around dusting, I honestly can't tell you whether or not we are or we're not going to have snow. Once again, if you live right in this area right here, in between Myrtle Beach and Conway, hope for snow, expect all sleet, all rain, and also all ice as well. Alrighty? So I think that is all the graphics I have to share with all of you. A lot of power outages are just a few. Which area are you talking about in particular, Madison? If you live in this area right here in Horry County and also Southeastern North Carolina, that will be the best chance for power outages. And then anywhere in these pink areas, that's about 1/10 of an inch of ice, upwards of 1/4 inch of ice, and isolated power outages. But I think the best area is definitely going to be anywhere in this particular area, including all of Horry County Aner, Conway, Carolina Forest, Myrtle Beach, Socastee, Surfside, North Myrtle, Little River, Longs, Loris, and Green Sea Floyds as well. Let me know exactly which area you're talking about in particular, Madison. Also, I see that 67% of the poll I put down there has people saying yes, the South Carolina will get snow. Let me just say this. I hope you all are right. I very much hope that you all are right. So once again, that is about all I have to share with all of you. If any of you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I know I just shared a lot of information about you. If any of you have or want a forecast for your exact location, feel free to let me know down in the lab chat, and I'll be happy to answer that for you as well. And then, not to be a Debbie Downer, but I was looking at the models, not to scare you, but I did see a very strong upper level low streaking across the southeastern United States, and that could bring us a very good shot of snow, a much better shot of snow than we have with Winter Storm Jasper. So, just want to put that up in the air. Not saying it is going to snow. Not saying we will get any snow at all for the rest of this winter. But, you know as well as I do, weather can change like that. So, it is possible, okay? And actually, let me go ahead and pull up the model so I can show you all that. Come on. I think it was this model he was showing me. Forget which. It doesn't go up far enough. That one doesn't go out far enough either. Let's see if Tropical Tibbets is showing it. Forget which model he told me it was. Miss Susan, I just saw your comment. Give me just 1 second. I'm trying to find this model out here. That's very weird. I'm not exactly sure why it's showing that. Alrighty, Miss Susan, let's see your question here. Let's see here. Alrighty, how come the south closes down when we get ice and snow? The best reason I think I can tell you for that is because the north is a lot more familiar with getting this type of weather, for example, snow, ice, and sleet, and they have all the plows and salt trucks there in order to make the roads a little bit more usable and drivable during these types of situations. But living down here in the south, you know as well as I do, we don't get as many. We only get 1 or 2 storms a year that will possibly produce winter precipitation. And because of that, we don't have salt trucks or snow plows possibly to get out there and fix the roads up or get them in so much shape for people to drive on. So that's why most people in the south are, basically just shut down whenever there is winter storms, because unlike the north that have all these massive resources that they can use, for salt trucks and snow plows and everything else like that to get the roads clear, we don't have that down here. So that's why they have to close it, considering we don't have the resources in order to get the roads back in better condition. Let's see here if I got any notifications on my phone. far as the weather goes, have not yet. Any more questions, comments, or concerns at all? I'll be more than happy to answer anything you guys might have. And one of the main reasons why I do these live streams is so that way you guys can get on here and ask me anything you might have in particular. Anybody want any specific forecasts for their location or anything like that? Makes sense. Thank you. Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Anybody else? Any questions about weather in general? Anything at all? Alrighty, this is probably one of the shortest live streams I've ever done. Are you doing a live update tomorrow? I most likely will. I actually might be doing live coverage of the storm depending on what is going on at the time being. But yes, I will do some sort of video tomorrow, whether it's a live stream like I'm doing right now or just a regular video. I will be doing something. I'm just not exactly sure what is going to be at this moment in time. Let's see here. To Sean Gaming Boy and Weather Channel, how much snow will Sumter get? Let's see here. So Sumter, I believe... Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like, I don't know why I just forgot where Sumter was. Hang on a second. I cannot believe I just forgot where Sumter was. So Sumter, you are right there. Okay. 3 counties to the left. Okay. So Sumter, I believe, is right here in this county. I would say... Ooh, that's a hard question. I wouldn't expect more than an inch or two. You could see more than a dusting, but I don't think it's going to be anything, a big thing to talk about. I mean, regardless, the fact that we're getting snow in North and South Carolina is still a big thing to talk about, but as far as how much you're getting, I probably wouldn't say more than an inch or two, if anything. You're probably going to get more than Florence, Johnsonville, and Loris will get, considering you're in the blue area and not in the white. But I wouldn't... Jeez, that's a hard question. I wouldn't say more than an inch or two. I'll just put it that way. Don't expect more than an inch or two, if anything. Can you go over the timeline again? Yes, absolutely, I will. Go back to Futurecast. Here we go. Let me play this out for you right here. So basically, to sum it up, I'll put it into smaller words for you. Over the course of the night tonight, expect widespread rain showers. The temperatures will be decreasing very, very fast in the morning. I would think probably anywhere from 6 a.m. tomorrow until about maybe noon. Expect widespread freezing rain or possibly some sleet across the coastal areas. And then anywhere from about 2 up until about 9 o'clock tomorrow night is when we're going to have the most action as far as the freezing rain and ice goes. And then over the course of tomorrow night and then eventually into tomorrow morning, that's when the possibility of snow comes around. But as you just saw, the chances of snow, once again, anywhere in these areas is going to be very, very low. So once again, widespread rain showers throughout the course of tonight. Temperatures decreasing, a small chance of ice across the Grand Stream, but mostly rain. And then the ice really starts to come into play tomorrow night. Snow across the PUD on the border belt, slowly inching its way east, and then possibly a little bit of snow there in places like Loris and Conway right before we get to daybreak on Saturday morning. And the exact hour, let's play this out again for you, as far as the exact hour for snow goes on Saturday. I wish I could pause this. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you want to see snow in Horry County, I would probably suggest it would probably be anywhere from 2:30 to 3:30 to 4:30 in the morning. Okay. All right. Next question. Any chance of snow in Georgetown? All right, Georgetown's right here. Let's see here. All ice. All ice. I would say no. I mean, it's possible within this system, but honestly, I would say your chance probably right now is about 5 to 10%, unfortunately. The best chance of snow is going to be right here on the PD and also on the border belt. Remember, 2, 3, and 4 a.m. is the best chance of snow here, but once again, you saw Georgetown is all going to be in that ice threat. I had to comment on how great your production value is becoming with the fall graphics and sharp suit. Fun fact, I had a little chihuahua named Jasper several years ago. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. I've been working on this channel for several years now. Last year it really came together with hurricane season and everything, and I mean, considering I had 30 subscribers last May, and I'm now 20 subscribers away from 500. It's just my channel is just blown up, so I really do appreciate that. And that is very cute that your chihuahua was named Jasper. That's very, very cute. Funny story, I think it was either last year or the year before that one of the winter storms that was named, just like this one, was actually named Liam. And honestly, I stopped watching the Weather Channel that day. Any more questions? I see we still have 14 people watching, 11 likes. Wow, that is insane. And fun fact, if you didn't know this about YouTube, whenever you're liking the stream, it actually helps me get this out to more and more people that definitely need to be seeing this. So I really do appreciate all those likes, even though they may not, seem like much. They really do mean all the world when it comes to YouTube live streaming, especially during major weather events, just like winter storms, tornado outbreaks, hurricanes, everything else like that. So please be sure, whenever you're watching one of these types of live streams, whether it's my live stream or some other YouTubers' live streams, please be sure to hit that like button, because that definitely helps us as YouTubers get our content out to others on YouTube. And also, once again, if you're brand new to the channel, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button. I am 20 subscribers away from 500. My current goal is 550 by June 21st, which is also my birthday, in case you did not know that. I'm currently 20 away from that. I'm currently 20 away from 500, so please be sure, if you are not already subscribed, to definitely hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, so that way whenever I go live like I'm doing right now, or I post a video or update, you always get notified immediately as well. Darn, our poll is up to 50%. It's down to 50%. Down to 50% here. So right now we have 10 votes. 5 people are saying yes, and 5 people are saying no. That is not what I like to see. I want the yes button to be higher than the no button, considering I live, right here. I live in between Myrtle Beach and Conway, so it is going to be so close as far as snow. The good thing is that over the course of the day today, the low pressure system has shifted its way off to the east, and that is bringing in the warm air aloft in the atmosphere, and that's what has been making all the ice show up instead of snow, even though we're well below freezing here. There we go, 2, 3, and 4, possibly snow, and then thankfully it is all out of here. But let me also say this, even if all the precipitation is out of our area, the high tomorrow is only going to, the high on Saturday is only going to be in the 30s, well below freezing. So God forbid there's any snow or ice on the ground, it is going to stick around for a while. What's the ice potential? So here's the potential for ice. The best chance of ice in the state of South Carolina is going to be in Horry County, in the northeastern part of the state. This does include, let me zoom in on here, Saucasee, Surfside, Myrtle Beach, Carolina Forest, Conway, Aner, Green Sea, Loris, Lungs, North Myrtle, and also Little River. That is in the state of South Carolina. And then as you work your way into eastern North Carolina, Whiteville, and then also Wilmington, and then anywhere in these areas that are in the southeastern sector of North Carolina. Once again, anywhere in that purple area, 1/4 inch of ice to 1/2 inch of ice is possible. Please do not be on the roads. All the roads, bridges, and overpasses are going to be very, very slick. We could have numerous trees down, and also with trees falling on power lines, we could have scattered power outages as well. Lumberton, Dillon, Darlington, Marion, Florence, Johnsonville, King Street, Georgetown, and Murrells Inlet. Upwards of a tenth of an inch of ice, upwards of a quarter of an inch of ice, some slick spots on bridges and overpasses, a couple of tree limbs down, and also some isolated power outages as well. And then last but not least, just the glazing in portions of Laurinburg, Bennettsville, and Hartsville. Probably not really that many impacted travel, and thankfully no power outages as well. But if you live anywhere in this area right here, this is the danger zone for tomorrow when it comes to ice. Conway, Carolina Forest, a major city there, Myrtle Beach, Green Sea, Loris, Longs, Low River, and then eastward into Fayetteville and Wilmington. That is the danger zone in North Carolina as well. Alrighty. Any chance the storm puts out more moisture as it gets off the coast? Let me go back to this graphic. I don't think that, I mean, you can hardly see it, but there is actually another area of high pressure way into the Atlantic, and that has been drawing a little bit more moisture out ahead of the front. But I think really the main thing that will happen if the low shifts, if the low continues to shift to the east, is it's just going to bring all that warm air aloft away from the coast, and that will better enhance our chances for snow across coastal areas of South and North Carolina. But really, the only thing that will happen if the low shifts more to the east is it's just going to take that warm air aloft with it. I don't think it really will draw or impact or influence the moisture, the availability of the moisture in the atmosphere. Anything else? Hey, now we're at 55 over 45. Yay, let's get it. One more person voted. Anybody else have any more questions? I'm happy to answer any other questions that are asked. Wow, 16 likes. That is incredible. Thank you so much. And also, I don't know if I have told you this all before, but I've been trying my best to start interning with with a local meteorologist down in my area named Ed Piotrowski. He's the chief meteorologist at WPE ABC 15 News. I've been trying to start interning with him over the past couple of months, but considering some family members of mine have had COVID, and also all the paperwork that we've had to fill out, it has kind of limited me from being in there. But thankfully, I have got the 100% green light to start interning next Tuesday. I don't think anything else is going to happen from your mouth to God's ears. Hopefully nothing happens. But right now, I am good to go starting next Tuesday to be interning with my local chief meteorologist, Ed Piotrowski. Any other questions? Darn, somebody else voted no. That is not good. We're 50-50 right now. Let's see who's going to win by the end of the stream. And also, for those of you who are just joining us now, behind this front, I was looking at some of the models earlier when I was talking to another weather enthusiast, and he was showing me that, say, if we go around the 29th of this month, there's going to be a very strong upper-level low that's going to streak across the southeastern United States, and there's going to be a lot of cold air in the atmosphere, and when you mix in precipitation in a very cold area, you get winter weather. So that one could bring us another shot of snow, but once again, it's still too far out to tell, and honestly, this is the first time I'm hearing of it, but I just wanted to let you all know ahead of time that we do have another potential snowmaker heading our way. But you know as well as I do, when it comes to weather and weather forecasting, only time will tell what is going to happen. Because remember, this time last week we thought we were going to get nothing but snow, and now it's turning into a massive ice storm. So even if it says snow at one point in time, advance 5-10 days later in the forecast, and we're looking at a whole different ball game. For all of my baseball fans out there, that was for you. Any other questions? How cold will it get? You can see right here, let me actually bring over the temperature map here. Let me bring my mouse over here so I can move this. Alrighty. Put that back. Alrighty, so here's where we are right now. Here's the frontal boundary right here. You can see a clear dividing line of the cold and frigid air back to our west, and then we're still looking at very impressive warm temperatures right along the coastlines. But as we head over the next 26 to 36 hours, look what happens. Within 18 to 24 hours, we go from the 60s in places like Georgetown and Myrtle Beach down into the 20s and 30s. Happens that fast. Unbelievable. Come on, snow, 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 snow. I hear you, Mr. Sean. I hear you. So once again, this is where we are right now. Still very warm temperatures along the coastlines, going from Florida. Obviously, they're always warm there in Florida. The southeastern Georgia through South and North Carolina. Here is the cold front right here. You can easily see a dividing line with the cold air back to our west across the elevations there in North Carolina, through the central portions of South Carolina, and then, right here, as the cold front gets through, we go from 60 down to 50, 40, 30, and 20. Take a look at that. And not only are we cold, but look here in West Virginia and Eastern Kentucky. We are in the single digits, if not in the negative digits. Happens that fast, ladies and gentlemen. Going from the 60s in coastal areas of the Carolinas into the 20s within 18 hours. You don't see that often in weather. Trust me, I've been forecasting many, many systems over the last year and a half or so, and I have never seen a system that drops temperatures down that fast. What time do you think the snow will start coming in Rowland, North Carolina? Let's take a look at that. Let me go back to my computer and figure out what that is. So Rowland is directly in the south central part of the state. Okay. Let me see if my Futurecast has that. Alrighty. Savannah wants you to give her a live shout out. Shout out to my amazing sister Savannah. I love you. Where'd my clicker go? Here it is. Okay. Alrighty, so Rowlandson, if I'm not mistaken, you are about right here. So I think it's probably going to start tonight. And then you honestly really aren't going to get that much. It's mostly going to be these areas in particular. I think most of the action is probably going to stay to your south and east. You might get a little bit of snow, but most of it's probably going to stay to your east. So to answer your question, I think it'll probably be sometime tonight as you're going to bed. But you're not going to see anything like what coastal areas of South and North Carolina are going to see. Anything else? And if you're just joining us now and you live in coastal South and North Carolina and are wondering, will this be the system that will bring us snow? It is possible. Rain overnight tonight into the morning hours of tomorrow. The temperatures really start to drop as you head into the morning hours of tomorrow. Widespread ice, and then the big event comes into tomorrow afternoon. Widespread ice, and then also some snow there on the PG on the border belt, and then possibly some snow right on the backside of this as we get into 3, 4, and 5 a.m., and then it is all out of here. But notice the temperatures. We're going to be in the low to mid-20s everywhere across the board. So God forbid there's any sort of freezing rain, sleet, or snow on the ground. It is sticking around at least until Sunday so we can get these warmer temperatures to come in. Widespread ice throughout the day, snow coming in on the backside of this into Horry County around 3 or 4 a.m. And then it's all out of here with temperatures anywhere from the low to mid-20s. So it's going to be a pretty rainy night for those of you who live along the coastlines. Possibly some scattered ice showers and sleet showers across PD and on the border belt. Then we go on the coastline as you head into the afternoon. There's the snow line. Moment of truth right there, and then it's gone. Let me say this. If it is going to snow, it is going to be only for 35 to 45 minutes. This is not going to be a big snowstorm. This will be probably just less than a dusting, especially if you live in Conway, Myrtle, Loris, and North Myrtle as well. Anything else? Wow, 18 likes. That is insane. Alright, so we're now 57% over 43% for our poll asking you, will coastal South Carolina see snow this weekend? I like that we're at 57. I like that. I do like that. Anybody else have any questions, comments, or concerns about power outages, timing, anything else like that? I'll be more than happy to go back to any graphic you want in particular. Talk to you about the main weather types of precipitation if my clicker wants to load. There we go. In case you're wondering, sometimes I hear people asking me, they were telling me that their friend or their cousin, they got, snow and it was, well above freezing, but at my house, it was, almost 25 degrees and we didn't get any snow, we just got rain. It all depends on what's going on in the atmosphere. Even though it might be 32 degrees where we are below freezing, go up about 5 to 10,000 feet in the atmosphere and it may not be. Are you going to stay up all night for snow? I will probably be staying up. I will probably be up quite a bit tomorrow night covering the storm on social media, but not tonight. I will probably be up most of the night tomorrow night, though. So let's take a look at this and about what types of precipitation we have for winter. So, obviously, if we have everything in the atmosphere above freezing, nothing but warm air, we get nothing but rain. Freezing rain, that means that you have a very large pocket of warm air lost in the atmosphere, but right before it gets out to the surface, we have a very small pocket of cold air that is below 32 degrees, and that will change that rain down to ice pellets on the ground, and that will change it over to freezing rain. As we get into the sleep, that means we have a very small pocket now of warm air lost and a much bigger pocket of cold air down closer to the surface. So, we have snow up here, snow melts over to rain once we get into that warm pocket, and then freezes once we get down below that. But considering that there is this warm pocket, it doesn't have enough time to become snow again, so it's these little ice pellets that are called sleet. And then obviously we have nothing but 32 degrees and temperatures below freezing. It is nothing but snow. So that is why sometimes, even though it'll be 25 degrees and very cold all day tomorrow, we will not be seeing snow until possibly the very end of it, when we just get enough cold air all the way in the atmosphere to change that over to snow. But once again, if you live in Horry County, if you live in the south parts of Horry County, I would probably give you about a 30 to 40% chance. And for those of you who live north of Conway, I would give you about a 60 to 70% chance. But remember, that's just a percentage, and that's just my forecast I'm giving to you. Anything weather is possible. You know that just as well as I do. Trust me, I wish I could predict snow for all of us, including myself, but I can only predict what I see. I cannot change weather. Everybody's always asking me, Liam, can you bring snow? I'm like, I can't change it. I can only tell you what's going to happen, unfortunately. That's the story with every single meteorologist you go with. Or weather forecaster. Anybody else have any more questions? I'll be more than happy to answer anything you guys might have. We've been going live for just under 50 minutes now. I honestly thought this was going to be a pretty short live stream, considering I didn't have many graphics to show you. I think I've done much bigger live streams when it has come to either tropical or winter weather. But anybody have any other questions about types of winter precipitation? What we will be seeing specifically in a particular area or region? The forecast for this upcoming week, anything at all, I'll be more than happy to answer anything you guys might have. That's why I'm here. Once again, the main reason why I do these live streams is so that way you guys can get on here and ask me anything you might have without having to wait, hours or so if you email me. And also, in case you haven't already checked out my website, I've been trying to make my website as professional as organized as I possibly can make it. I've listed all the links below down in the description for my website, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook, and also my Discord server. I really don't have many members in my Discord server, so if we can try and get a couple more members in there, that would be great. But definitely be sure to check out my website. In case you do not know the link, it is liamsweather.org. No capitals, no spaces, and no apostrophe. I post a lot of stuff there. It is updated daily with our 10-day forecast, along with SPC outlooks for severe weather, tropical outlooks for tropical season, winter weather as far as wind chills, temperatures, and everything else like that goes. There's a lot of really good. There's a lot of really great graphics that you can use for that as well. So definitely be sure to check out my website. There's a lot of great stuff there. When will it get warm again? Let's take a look at that. Alrighty, so if you live along the Grand Strand, here's your forecast. Very, very cold throughout the day tomorrow and into Saturday. These are our weather-aware days for this system. Warming up, thankfully, into the mid-40s on Sunday, but still a very cold low drop. We're still below freezing there at night. Honestly, I don't know what you consider warm in your opinion, but I would say not anytime soon. We're getting into the point in time where usually at this time of year, in our area is the coldest time of year, especially in the middle of January. But to answer your question, the warmest we're probably going to get, let me see here. Yep, the warmest we're going to get here is probably either on Monday or Tuesday of next week, where our highs go up into the low 50s, and then our lows, thankfully, will be above freezing, just a couple of degrees. But once again, I don't know what you consider to be warm, but this is the warmest we're going to get on Monday and Tuesday as far as the Grand Strand locations go. Let me check, see how the forecast is doing for the PD and also on the border belt. Yep, okay. So unfortunately for inland locations, it does not get any better. Maybe a little bit warmer next weekend, topping out at 52, but 29 tomorrow, 36 on Saturday. Holy moly, look at that temperature. Now we're down into the high teens as we're heading to bed on Saturday. Holy moly, it is going to be cold. Definitely be sure to bundle up if you're doing anything tomorrow. Please do not be doing anything tomorrow night. It is going to be a very raw night. Even though the precipitation is going to be gone by Saturday morning, look at that. 19 degrees is our low on Saturday night. Wow. Our high over the next couple of days, only warming up to 50 degrees on Monday and Tuesday. Lows very close to freezing. We're below freezing on Monday, a little bit above freezing on Tuesday, and then we go back down to the 40s throughout the middle and later parts of next week. So, to answer your question, once again, I don't know what you consider freezing or warm to me. I don't know what you consider warm to be, but we're only going to get to the low 50s as our high for both Grand Strand and inland locations as well, unfortunately. I mean, I'll take 50 over 20, 29, and 36 all day, every day, but if you don't know me, I am a summer person. I like warm weather. I like temperatures to be at least in the 70s and 80s every day, and we're 20 degrees below that, so I am not happy with that. Unfortunately, I can't change that. I can only show you what's going on here, but yeah, it is not going to get warm here for quite a bit, and our average high right now is about 57, and our low is about 36, so we're still a couple of degrees below average. Yeah, no, burr, that's for sure. Thank you, Mr. Kenny, for that comment about the graphics. Alright, so now our poll is up 60% for yes, over 40% and no. That is good. I like that. Now you guys are speaking my language. I like that. Alrighty, anything else that you would like me to go over? Once again, here's your 10-day outlook for inland locations. Thankfully, all the precipitation will be out of our area come very early Saturday morning. And then look at that. Throughout the whole entire 10-day outlook, no more rain. Maybe possibly except for portions of Tuesday when we do have about a 50% chance of seeing a little bit of precipitation. And then along the coastlines, once again, our best shot of rain and precipitation is probably going to be tomorrow and into Saturday, very early morning hours. Maybe a little bit of rain on Tuesday, and then our temperatures drop back down to the 40s. But thankfully, no rain. If we were going to have, precipitation day within cold temperatures, it would be a much different case scenario considering I know nobody likes to be outside when it's raining and cold. It's just a very raw day. But thankfully, we're not really going to be seeing any rain, especially as the temperatures cool back down again to the 40s. Hello, Liam. Hey, the Everywhere Weatherman. I like that. The Everywhere Weatherman. That is a very nice name. I like that name. The Everywhere Weatherman. That is cool. Alright, so I see that we still have 9 people watching. We've been on live for just over 55 minutes now. Anybody else have any more questions, comments, or concerns? You want me to go back over to the future cast, show you hour by hour, talk precipitation types with you, anything else like that? I'm here for you guys. I work for you. Anything else? Well, you guys get your questions. I'm gonna get a drink of water real fast. Anybody else? Once again, I really do appreciate the 18 likes. Believe it or not, you are, by liking the stream, you're actually helping me get this live stream out to YouTube and other people on YouTube that definitely need to see this information. So I know that you may not think that just liking the live stream does something, but trust me, it does actually a lot more than you think it does, especially on YouTube. Any winter storm warnings? Yes, we do have winter storm warnings. If I'm not mistaken, I think we do. So when it comes to alerts, I know that this is the danger zone area. That's where the ice storm warning is going to be from Myrtle Beach to Wilmington, and also just south of Fayetteville. Columbia, this light blue or this kind of dark blue, that's going to be the winter weather advisory, and then also, or is this the winter weather advisory? Oh lordy. I'm not sure if we do have a winter storm warning out right now or if it's an advisory. Not good. What is the weather for central New York? Let's see here for central New York. Let me pull up my radar here. Once my radar wants to load here. Come on. Alright, let's just do this. Really hope my computer doesn't crash right here, because last time I was on this radar, my computer crashed. No, go back. Oh my goodness, I apologize. So here in central New York right now, the system is actually well off to your east. We're still seeing some scattered snow showers there in and around Delaware, but New York, you're just gonna have a very cold night, but precipitation wise, you are in the clear. You are definitely in the clear. Anybody else have any questions? Once again, the whole entire state of New York, you are clear to go. Maybe some very spotty lake effect snow showers there off of Lake Erie, but other than that, you are good to go. Anything else? Anybody else have any other questions, comments, or concerns? When is the stream ending? When are you going to be live again? I'm probably gonna be ending the stream a little bit, in a little bit. I've been on for just over an hour now, so that's when I'm gonna be ending it. And as far as when I'm gonna be streaming again, I will probably be doing some sort of video tomorrow. I don't know if it's gonna be a Facebook Live, a YouTube Live, or just a regular YouTube video, but I will definitely be doing something tomorrow. I'm just not sure exactly what it is, but just be sure that you're subscribed to the channel and also you turn on notifications so that way you know exactly what I'm doing tomorrow because I haven't really decided yet what I'm going to do. It just depends on how bad the particular situation is at the time being. If it's going to be a bad situation tomorrow and it's worse than we think, then I'll do live coverage. But if it's not as bad as we think, I'll just do a regular video. Yes, me. Okay. Anything else? I am subbed. Okay, great. Anybody else have any other questions, comments, or concerns? It is now 1:02. I'm going to give you guys till 1:06. Hang on a second. I am subscribed to the Hurricane HQ, May, the Weatherman, and also you. Okay, that's great. I'm going to give you all till 1:06. Gives you about another 3 minutes or so to ask me anything else you might have, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's live update. And once again, if you're brand new to the channel and you haven't already hit that subscribe button, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 550 subscribers by June 21st, which is also my birthday. So please be sure that if you are subscribed to tell all your friends, family members, co-workers, anybody else you might know that already isn't subscribed to definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button. Another 2.5 minutes. Any other questions? And also, I just got a brand new microphone. I'm currently using it right now. Let me know how the sound, if the sound sounds better than my previous microphone that I was using for my green screen videos. 1:06 for me. Is it 7:30? Yes, it is currently 7:28 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time where I am. Not exactly sure where you are, but yes, currently for me it is 7:29. Oh shoot, yeah, 7:29 p.m. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the time that I was streaming for. I am so sorry. Okay, it is now 7:29. I'll give you all till 7:32 to ask me any other questions or concerns you might have. I was looking at the time that I was streaming for. I apologize. Alright, another 2 minutes or so, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's live event. Any other questions? Another 2 minutes or so. Alrighty, should I buy milk and bread? I would suggest stocking up. I'm not sure if the stores are going to be closing tomorrow or be short-staffed or short-stocked, considering the ice storm that we could be having tomorrow. But honestly, just prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Honestly, is my best advice to you. I must have misheard. No, I misread your comment. I'm sorry. I was looking at the time that I was on live and not the actual time that it was. I was looking at the time that I was doing my live stream and how long I was doing it for at the time being, not the time that it actually was. That was my fault. That was not on you. That was on me. Alrighty, 1 more minute. Rack up those questions. Anybody else? Another 1 to 2 minutes. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's live event. Once again, I will most likely be doing something tomorrow, whether it's another live event like I'm doing right now, or just another brand new YouTube video, or it's a Facebook Live. I will definitely be doing some sort of update tomorrow. I'm just not exactly sure what it will be. Thank you. I'm going to stock up to be safe. Yes, that is definitely a very good idea. Always better to be safe than sorry, especially when it comes to severe weather like this. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I do appreciate that. Anything else? Alrighty. Okay, that is it for me. Alrighty, so that is going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's live event. Once again, thank you all so much for joining me and trusting me to bring you up to date on the latest information possible on this massive ice storm. Once again, if you are not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, and also be sure to click that like button if you are enjoying the content. I will definitely be doing something tomorrow, whether it's a live update like I'm doing right now, another YouTube video, or a Facebook Live. I will definitely be doing something, and for all details about my channel and also about myself, please be sure to visit my website at www.liamsweather.org. Alrighty, that is going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's live event. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great night, and please stay safe tomorrow.